Hello, everybody. This is Alex Big Blue, and this is 7 Books in 7 Days, Episode 7. So it is Sunday night, and I just read Identity Crisis, First Special Edition. Features the first chapter of the Identity Crisis graphic novel. So it was my first time reading any of that. So like it said, it was the first chapter of it. But yeah, it was really cool. I really liked this a lot. It was really interesting. It had a lot to do with the Elongated Man and other Justice League members and different characters in DC that you don't always focus on as much. Kind of had a really special role in this, as well as a lot of the other famous ones. Also, it had really good art, and I'm very excited to read more Identity Crisis if I can find them. It's very cool, though. I really like this a lot. Very good read. And I definitely liked it. It was pretty interesting and pretty emotional. Alright, it is now day number 2, and I just read Astonishing X-Men number 8. It is a part of Marvel Legacy, by the way. This series is one of my favorite series of X-Men that I've read in recent times, and overall, one of my favorites in general. They have an absolutely really cool team that I dig a lot. It's a different kind of team, like of all the members, it's pretty unique. But the writing in this particular issue and in this run in general has been really good so far. I really dig it so much. I like it a lot all the way through this 8th issue so far. And it ends in a really big cliffhanger and a nod to a certain horror movie that I really like. So that's really cool. No spoilers as to which one. They're fighting Proteus, who comes back in this issue. And it has some interesting philosophical stuff in this, as well as some action and a little bit of everything. But yeah, just a really great read. I really like this a lot, just like all the other issues of this run so far. Alright, it's now day 3, and I just read Batman Earth 1 Special Preview Edition. It was 2 different stories, or I should say 2 different previews to stories. The first one being the backstory to the origin of where Batman's parents, of course, get killed, but it was right before that. So I thought that was kind of interesting. It shows you what led up to that a little bit. So yeah, I thought that's kind of cool, actually, to see the backstory of that a little bit, even though this was the preview. But yeah, I got a little bit of that right as it leads up to they leave for the movie theater, so that was pretty cool. And then the second part is a part of the Court of Owls story. It's just a preview of that, which I actually have read the whole first volume of that, of the hardcover. And I also have the first issue of that, so in actual normal comic form, which I'm really happy to have, because I really like that story. I need to finish it at some point. But I read the first hardcover, but yeah, anyways. So it's cool to read both these previews in this, and it's a really cool cover as well. And yeah, that's it for day 3. Alright, it is now day number 4, and I just read the New 52, The Phantom Stranger number 0. So this is the origin of him and also another character that I won't spoil if you haven't read this. And the ending was really interesting and really cool. Yeah, learning his backstory, and like I said, the other character that it also has in here was really interesting. It was a good story, a good read, and a fast read also, which I always kind of like, because with my attention span sometimes it helps. But yeah, anyways. But yeah, it was a really interesting overall story, and I liked it. And yeah, pretty cool. I'm glad I read it. Alright, and for day 5, I just read Booster Gold number 13. It's Booster Gold versus Starro the Conqueror. I thought this was really good. It was a fun read. I always like Booster Gold as a character anyways. And Starro's a pretty interesting villain, and I feel like he does a lot of pretty crazy stuff that really fleshes out the character and shows what he's capable of as a villain in this. The ending is a pretty big cliffhanger for the next issue, and a bunch of crazy stuff happens, and it's just a really interesting story. I really enjoyed this. So yeah, that's it for day 5. Alright, for day number 6, I just read Wolverine and the X-Men number 1. This was a pretty cool book, and a interesting start to the series. Also, I like this cover a lot too, by the way. But so far, it's pretty intriguing. It has Phantom X in it, which I really like. He's one of the characters I've really grown on a lot. So it's cool to see him in this. And Wolverine and Storm is both doing some pretty interesting stuff as well. And it's just kind of a different team of X-Men. And I got a little taste of it with this one. And so far, I like what I saw. So, yeah, pretty good. I enjoyed it. That's it for day 6. Alright, it's now day 7. I just read Deadpool and the Mercs for Money, number 3. I really like the cover on this one, by the way, with all of his other teammates strapping him to a bomb. But yeah, anyways, Deadpool and these other characters, which has Stingray, Fool Killer, and Solo, as a few more as well. They all have to go out on different missions, trying to get whoever the mark is at a time from this company. I forget what it's called off the top of my head, but even though I just read it, but yeah, anyways. And it ends in a pretty interesting way. The team's not necessarily liking what Deadpool has been doing, how he's been handling things. Probably not a surprise there. But it ends really cool and for a very interesting setup for the next issue. And overall, I really enjoyed this a lot. It was really fun. I like Stingray and some of those other characters like Solo as well as, of course, Deadpool. And yeah, it was really entertaining and a pretty fast read. And I'm definitely interested in this series now, and I'll probably read the other one I had very soon as well, and probably be looking to pick this up whenever I randomly buy books again. But yeah, very cool. I really like this a lot. And this will do it for 7 books in 7 days. See you later.